Rajon, 17 of your team's 34 assists tonight. What got the ball movement going in this game?
Defense. Play defense, we got Kenny the ball.
Kenny, sometimes called KCP, sometimes called Kenny Pope. Would you prefer Kenny out of all those?
I usually call him KCP, but you made me nervous, so I said, Kenny.
Everybody been calling me Kenny, man. It's all good. I've had nicknames for 6 years, so man, it's good.
Welcome back to another episode of Lakeshow's Finest Redux. Finally, we're going to start the player evaluations, the end of the year evaluations, mostly for the players that are important. I'm not going to really evaluate, Mo Wagner or Isaac Bonga. Sorry to them. We're first, though, going to talk about the Hornets' victory. And when I say victory, it's really in quotes. It's actually a loss. We need that pick, brother. Come on now. We need to get this shit. What the fuck is going on? Why is LeBron playing and locking this shit up? All right, bro. So I'm Charles Ryan, KB24 status, Kobe24 MP3, Chuck, or like I self-coined, the biggest Lakers fan in the universe. And we are going to first talk about this shitty-ass performance from Rajon Rondo. I mean, come on. 17 assists? What's that? Yeah, so Rondo played 35 minutes, the most of anybody on the team and the second most of anybody in the whole entire game. He had 7 points. 3 for 9 from the field for 33%, obviously. 1 for 4 from 3. 6 rebounds. 17 big dimes. 1 turnover. A 17-to-1 turnover ratio. 5 steals. 1 foul. Yo. That's OG Rondo. That's Celtics playoff Rondo shit right there. That was impressive. I think I heard it was Bill McDonald, the announcer, say if Rondo had 1 more assist, he would have more assists than Kobe ever did in his Laker career, and it would have been the most assists by a Laker since Nick Van Exel in like 1990. I don't know, like 1 or just, it was a while ago when Nick was playing for the Lakers. And he was saying this because Rajon passed it back to JaVale, and JaVale missed a tip in or something like that. So I don't know if Rondo was aware of it. Probably wasn't. He's not probably looking at, what is the most assist for a Laker and aiming for it. Maybe he does know. I don't know. Lots of these guys are stats hunters. I don't know. I'll be honest. I do remember this one game. If you recall, when Rondo was on the Bulls, and this is the series where Isaiah Thomas's sister passed away. It was Celtics Bulls, and the Bulls were up 2-0, I believe. And, the Celtics were shocked. This was, I think, Brad Stevens, one of his first times in the playoffs. And they're losing to an 8-seed or 7-seed Bulls because Rondo's taking over. And Jimmy Butler was doing well, and I think Dwayne Wade was also on the Bulls at the time. And Rondo broke his hand. And the Celtics won 4 games in a row because Rondo broke his hand and was out. But the game where he broke his hand, he had a triple-double. Literally, it was right there, but he only had 9 rebounds. And this guy named, Fabricio? The guy on the Bulls. I'll look it up real fast. But so in the final shot of the game, the Celtics just put up a shot randomly, and the ball went right to Rondo for his 10th rebound because it missed, and one of the Bulls centers grabbed it. And Rondo was really pissed off, and you could tell Rondo actually knew that he broke his hand already. The guy is Cristiano Felicio, the Brazilian dude, I think. He's actually pretty good, but he was super upset, and, that obviously the link is that he was a stat hunter, and he knew throughout the game how many assists he had, and he wanted a triple-double, and this idiot teammate took it away from him on the final play, and so maybe he didn't know that he's hunting after Kobe's. Who knows? But great game by Rondo. Of course, it's meaningless. It doesn't matter. It meant something for the Hornets because they're trying to get in the playoffs. And even though, man, for all y'all that follow my Snapchat, because a lot of you people on YouTube have actually started following it, and I add you, and unfortunately the iTunes podcast is down probably for the rest of the year, the next 9 games, sorry. And I never put the Snapchat link there, but on my Snapchat, I put up the play where Jeremy Lamb makes the 3. A few games ago, Jeremy Lamb made a buzzer beater 3 from half court against the Raptors, at the Raptors. And if it wasn't for that 3 to win the game against the Raptors, that half court miracle, no way the Hornets would be this close to make the playoffs. And now after this loss, I don't know if they're going to make it, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, it didn't mean anything for us. It was nice seeing KCP get back in his groove again. 33 minutes, 25 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal. JaVale, only 10 points, and 10 points and 9 rebounds, 2 assists. That's pretty good. Kuzma, 20 points, 9 for 16 shooting. He was 2 for 8 from 3, had 3 rebounds, 1 assist. And LeBron James, 31 minutes, 27 points, 4 for 7 from 3, 11 for 19 overall from the field for 58%, 1 for 2 from the free throw line for obviously 50%, 3 rebounds, 9 assists, and 6 turnovers. He had the biggest plus-minus in the game except for born-ready Lance Stevenson. So not too much to say about this game. I mean, there's not a lot of analysis to go around because these games don't mean anything. Luke and LeBron keep saying the same thing. LeBron keeps hammering home the fact that there's injuries to protect his legacy. And, yeah, I mean, you could take away the South Bay Lakers shit, Jonathan Williams played well. Caruso kind of played meh. He had 3 turnovers in, 5 consecutive minutes or something. But, yeah, after LeBron, Caruso the most turnovers. But, yeah, I mean, Buzz City might have just shot themselves or stung themselves in the foot. Hey! With this loss. But let's get to Josh Hart. Josh Hart is going to be the player I'm evaluating. I'm going to evaluate most of the players, like I said, and most likely I will be going through the end of the season because after the season is over, I'm obviously not going to post as much or maybe even at all until, probably July when free agency starts, June, July. Or actually, I'll post with the NBA draft the NBA draft lottery, I'll for sure post. So there'll be little things, but like I'm posting a podcast once every 2-3 back-to-back days sometimes. But I will go through. The season ends for us in April 20-something or 17th or something. So I will go through that to finish up the player evaluations. I will not do all the players, like I said. And I'm going to start with Josh Hart, who unfortunately, like half of our players is already out for the season pretty much. And yeah. So I'm not going to get into stats too much for Josh. I want to talk about, one, his mentality. Because for other players, I'm going to dive into stats and all that stuff. And their P&R game, flares, what they make from twos, threes, paint, yada, yada. For Josh Hart, I'm not going to do that. Because this guy is the biggest Jekyll and Hyde dude ever. So, if you recall, he starts out winning the frickin' MVP of the Summer League. That's great, Show you're worth something, get your name out there. And all of a sudden, his Josh Hart's threes, his 3-point percentage has just plummeted. And half the threes I see him shoot clank off the other side of the backboard. And I don't know what happened. I don't know if this knee of his, this injury, has really screwed up everything. I don't know if it's like severe knee tendonitis. I don't know what it is. But it reminds me of Lonzo a little bit in the sense of just having long-term injuries, never being fully healthy. And I feel bad for Josh, right? Because if you remember the first season, in his first Summer League, he, I think, broke his foot or sprained his ankle or something in the first Summer League. So he missed the beginning of the season, I believe. The first season, but that really stunted his development, and right now he's regressed, because last year he was better at threes, especially towards the end when he got more minutes. But Josh Hart has those moments where he skies high for rebounds, plays bigger than he really is, like Charles Barkley, and then there's moments where I don't know if he's lazy, I don't know if he's playing too much Fortnite on Twitch and he just doesn't care, I don't know if he's just getting down jiggy with his dog, and I don't know I don't know what the fuck this guy's doing, because I've never seen someone. That's not true, but there's a common theme with a lot of these Lakers players, rookies, where they're very, I'm good, I'm bad the next day, I'm going to make 10 threes, I'm not going to make 10 threes, I'm going to put no effort in, Luke's going to yell at me, Luke yells at me through the media, and it's just this cycle of bullshit, and there's no consistency. Except from players like Brandon Ingram is the only one. Sorry, Kuz. And Josh was the frickin' poster child for non-consistency. So because this is, I assume, the end of his season, because I don't think officially he has been ruled out, but let's dive into his numbers, but not go too far into his numbers. So Josh Hart his overall points per game this year was, hold on, I will find it. No, let me tell you, 7.8 points per game. No, first of all, I'm sorry. Josh Hart played 67 games this year, and it's going to stay that way because he's out. Also, and he changed his number from 5 to 3. Very important. Very important, guys. No, we're going to go through the whole thing. Summer League MVP changed his number from 5 to 3. 3, I think he wore in at Villanova. And I think Isaiah was 3 last year when he was traded to the Lakers, so maybe that's what it is as well. I don't know. But he averaged 67 games, 7.8 points, 3.7 rebounds, 1.4 assists, 40.7 overall field goal percentage, 33.6 3-point field goal percentage, 68.8 free throw percentage, PER 9.3, and his effective field goal percentage was 50.6. So the big number there is the 3-point drop-off again. The fact that last season, he shot much better from 3. I think it was, hold on. What the fuck is going on? Whatever. The point is, last year he was better. Last year, his overall 3-point percentage was 39 almost 40% from 3. It was 39.6%. That's a 7% drop off. And he did have less minutes last year. He might have played less games too. But no, I'm sorry. Last year he did play less games. Last year he played 63 games, and this year he played 67. So a few less, but still, you have this huge drop off, and fuck it. I'm gonna dive into the splits. I don't even give a fuck. Let's do it. All right. So Josh this year he started 22 games. His total field goal percentage was 40.7%. He took 464 field goal attempts, 274 3-point attempts. He made 92 threes, made 189 out of 464 total overall field goal attempts. At home, he would shoot 34% from 3 away, 33% from 3. But at home, he'd shoot better. But his wins, he would shoot much better from 3. Much better, drastically better. In wins, he'd be shooting 37 point. I'm going to round up, guys. In wins, it's 37.5. I'm going to say 38. When it's 37.9, I'm going to say 38. In wins, he had shot 38% from 3, and losses 31% from 3. So I don't know what the fuck is going on with this fool. At the rim, this is what's great about Josh. People may consider him 3MD, but this fool knows how to attack the rim. And he gets there. At the rim, he was 80 for 121 throughout the whole entire season, 66%. 121 shots out of 464 were at the rim. 3 to 10 feet, 29. 10 to 16 feet, 27. 16 feet to the 3-point line. 13 shots from 16 feet to the 3-point line in 67 games? That's crazy. That's less than a shot per game, obviously. What the fuck? So this fool combined from 3 feet to 10 feet, 10 feet to 16 feet, 16 feet to 3.3 is 29, 27, 30. That is less. Hold on. That is 69 attempts from 3 feet to the 3-point line. Okay? 69. He played 67 games. That's crazy. And 1 attempt per game in between the rim and the 3-point line. That shows you how maybe not scared he is, but it's more like he knows his limitations, I guess, because he's really good at attacking the rim. He must be one of the best players attacking the rim, one of the best field goal percentages at the rim, besides, big men, like centers. Because he knows how to get there, and he just kicks ass, but I'm never going to get over this freaking stat this year of that. He never missed a dunk this year. 16 dunks. He made 67 of 121 layups, which is terrible. He took 327 jump shots, made 106. In the whole entire 667 games this year, he took 3 shots in every single overtime ever played. And the rest are pretty similar. First through fourth quarter, about 100, between 100 and 115 shots. So, like, these things are kind of getting boring. But the point is I'm trying to deep dive into things. And I'll do more analysis with other players that are better. But he played his best. Here's the last cool stat. Hold on. The team that he played his best against this whole season was the Sacramento Kings. He took 31 shots every game he played them and made 16. So 516%. I mean, yeah, 51%, 52%. That's an interesting stat. And by month, we'll go to by month. The first month in October, he started 41% from 3. Second month, November, 38% from 3. December, 38% from 3. January, 23% from 3. February, he shot 0% from 3 because he only shot 7 threes in February. In March, 37%, 33s. But in January, this is the big month, he shot 66 threes in January. To put that in perspective, that's the second most threes in a month of this year. The first most was December at 73. But in January, he shot 66 threes and he made 15, 23, 22%. What? So that's what we're dealing with here. All right, what I think Josh needs to improve on. This is going to be brief. His threes, not playing Fortnite too much. Someone needs to take away his Xbox or PS4 controller. Also, he needs to stop going to nightclubs the day before games. Just kidding, I don't know if he does or not. But yeah, no more Twitch, no more Fortnite, no more making money on Twitch, no more Snapchatting, no more freaking visiting to see Villanova play. You need to focus, bro. He needs to hit these threes because this dude can shoot. He really can. He's shown potential. If you shoot 40% from 3 in your rookie year and play 63 games, that's a big clip. That's not like playing 10 games, and shooting 80% from 3. So this guy has the potential. He needs to work on that shit. I think he could bulk up a little bit more because when he goes to the rim, he's getting there. He's 6'5", 6'6", and he's getting the rim versus anyone. He's taking the contact, really good ball control. But if he bulks up a little bit more, maybe it would be easier. But I don't know if he needs to bulk up more. I'm not the fucking trainer, Gunnar Peterson. But yeah, so threes, let's get the free throws up. 68% from free throw. But that's not really his problem. That's the whole entire team's problem. But I look forward to this summer and looking at the Lakers update summer videos in the training room. I mean, at the frickin' UCLA Health Center and seeing their progress in training camp. And I'm going to keep an eye on this fool. But this guy's he's a trade piece. This is the last thing I'm going to say. Sorry. This guy's a trade piece, first of all, because his contract's a freaking bargain. But this is his second year, and he was the 30th pick in the draft. And I've said this before, and I will say it again. He makes $1.6 million this year. Next year, 1.9. And then he's a player option for 3.4. The cap is projected to be about 108, 110 million next year. And he will make 1.9 million. That's 1% of the cap. 1%. And And don't forget, Luol Deng's making $5 million, so he's fucking us a little bit on that shit. But 1% of the cap is dedicated to Josh Hart. So if you have a guy that's that good, that shows that much potential, that's a trade item because he's not going to impact, when you trade in the salaries and shit. And also, Josh Hart's 23 years old, turning 24 Josh is already 24 years old, and this is his second year. This is Brandon Ingram's third year, and he's 21. Julius has been in the league for 5 years. And he's like 23. So that's all I got to say about Josh Hart. I think he has potential once again for the 10th time, but I don't know if he'll be traded. And if he is traded, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if Lonzo and Josh Hart get traded to the frickin' Pelicans for AD, along with some cap filler or like a sign and trade cap filler thing. I don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised to see him gone. I think, once again, because his contract's a bargain, it'd be nice to keep him, but why wouldn't you throw him in for a deal for one of the greatest players of all time, Anthony Davis? All right, I'm Charles Ryan, KB24 status, Kobe24 MP3, the biggest Laker fan in the world, and I'll see y'all. Have a good weekend, stay safe, and can we please lose the Pelicans on Sunday? All right, peace.